In Jesus, fear not. Seek His kingdom and watch your anxiety decrease. And do not seek or chase after what you are to eat and what you are to drink, nor be worried, for all the nations of the world seek after and chase after these things, and your Father knows you need them. Instead, seek His kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. How many times if you were to ask maybe a doctor or a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever, it's like, I've got a lot of anxiety, I'm scared about the future, I don't know where my next meal is going to come from, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. How many of them would just say, oh, just seek Jesus' kingdom? Jesus gives the opposite thing that our world tells you to do. They're like, okay, you need to plan, and you need to do this, and you need to do this, and this, and this. And planning is great. Working hard is great. You're supposed to do all those things. Some of you maybe need to put together a plan, put together a budget, put together those things so you're not abusing the money that God's giving you, so that you're stewarding it well. But some of you don't need to plan more. You don't need more money. You just need to seek the kingdom. You're setting your hopes and you're setting your focus and your time on your planning or on your money or on, if you're doing good enough in your job, all these things, but you're not really seeking the kingdom. Jesus says something very counterintuitive to anxiety, to how to deal with anxiety. And He is essentially saying this: you're anxious and you're worrying because you're setting all of your focus on yourself. And if you do that, you're going to be fearful, because you're going to continually go, I don't really have my stuff together. I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm not as good as these people probably think I am. And you're going to continually feel guilt and shame if you're just continually looking to yourself. But Jesus says, seek the kingdom, and these things will be added to you. Are you anxious or fearful about the future? I am at times. I don't know what I'm going to do. My wife's about to quit working, and I don't make enough money to pay bills. And so I'm trying to find other jobs to be able to do that kind of stuff. And it's been stressful the last month. And God has put this word right here from pretty much just to kick me in the pants and say, wake up, I love you, seek the kingdom, these things will be added to you. You might just need to serve Jesus through serving His church, through loving your city, and through sharing the gospel. Jesus' remedy for anxiety and fear is quite different than the world would give us. Jesus is saying, focus on me and the work I've done to save you, and I've recreated you. Put your focus on what I've recreated you to do in advancing my kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. Ephesians 2:10 says we're created in Christ Jesus for good works that He has laid out before the foundation of the world, that He's laid out for us to walk in them. We're not saved by our works, but by Jesus' works, but we're saved for good works, that we would walk with Jesus, that we would love our cities, that we would serve our church, that we would share the gospel with people that desperately need to hear it, because as is, they're standing alone. Jesus died not to make us temporarily comfortable, but to make us eternally joyful in Him. Some of us are seeking after comfort, and we're seeking after those things more than anything. That's what really matters. And you're going to have more anxiety and you're going to have more fear, I guarantee you, than the people that are setting their focus and that are seeking the kingdom, that are seeking to advance the kingdom. The people I know, honestly, that are the most stress-free, anxiety-free, fearless are the ones that are actively giving financially to their church and to needs that arise in people's life that they see. People that are actively serving in their church and in their city. And people that are actively sharing the gospel with people so that others can meet Jesus. I'm telling you, when your gaze becomes fixed on the eternal glory of Christ and that people need to meet Him, and that what He's done for us calls us to love others like that, to serve in our church, to give to our church, to give to our city, to love those in need and help those in need, your anxiety starts to melt away because you stop focusing, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need to do? And you start focusing on others, and you find that you're provided for all along. In the book of Philippians, it says, don't seek your own best interest, but seek the best interest of others. That's what we're to seek after, chase after. And this is something that kind of God says to me in this. Think about this. If all of us in this room, there's probably 25 of us in this room. If all of us are seeking the good of each other, how many people are seeking your good? 24, right? If everyone in this room is seeking their own good, how many people are seeking your good? 1. If you're chasing after, this is even just kind of logical. Gus has probably heard me say this like 20 times because he was in my youth group back in the day. Caleb probably has too. But it just almost starts to make sense. If we're all seeking the good of others, of each other, and helping each other, if I'm seeking the good of others, then it comes up, I had something jump up on me and I need help. There's 24 other people that are seeking my good and that are going to go, hey, God's blessed me recently and I can help you with this. Just go, wow, that's crazy. When everyone doesn't focus on themselves, it seems like everyone's taken care of better than if we all focus only on ourselves. But the people that I know are the stress-free, carefree, anxiety-free, and really fearless are the ones that are passionate to serve their church, their city, and to share the gospel with people. You don't have time to think about how you're doing. You just have time to think about, I want this person to meet Jesus. Jesus is great. Jesus is awesome. Jesus frees us. Jesus makes us sons and daughters of God, and I want them to meet Him.